This is TV6 News at 10 with Nancy Chandler, Mike Miller, Vince Contella, Tom Pippin, and the entire TV6 News team.
Good evening. Are you giving to charity or getting chiseled? A former Wisconsin lawmaker with prior convictions for illegal fundraising is involved now in what's supposed to be an effort to raise money for local veterans. But Contact 6's Tom Hooper says so far the money apparently is not going to charity.
Hi, Joanne. This is Joyce. I'm calling from the Veterans Service Committee.
It sounds like a good idea. The Veterans Service Committee raising money for the disabled vets at the VA hospital at Christmas time. And many businesses are responding to help the vets. One of them, Vince Ferreira of Engine Transmission Exchange.
He gave me a receipt. Everything seemed legitimate. Veterans Service Committee. He had a lapel pin on from the veterans, the whole 9 yards.
The problem, the VA hospital said this has been going on for 3 years, and they have given no authorization for fundraising. They have no connection with the Veterans Service Committee, and they aren't sure where the money is going.
He says the money is given basically to the veterans here at the medical center, which in the past 3 years it has no way been given to the veterans here at the medical center.
The man behind the fundraising is Roman Blensky, a former state legislator who has been involved with questionable fundraising before. Blensky and his Veterans Service Committee operates out of this boarded-up house on North 35th Street. Inside, 3 telephone operators spend the day calling businesses seeking donations.
Now, how much of the money that you collect actually goes to the veterans?
Oh, about that I don't know exactly, because I don't really handle the books. But I would say after they take out the expenses, the rest goes to them.
Part of the expenses is paying telephone solicitors $3.50 an hour to call businesses for donations. However, when they call, they claim to be volunteers.
I'm one of the volunteer people here striving to bring cheer for our veterans at this Christmas time for the Woods Hospital.
Why do you say you're a volunteer worker if you paid $3.50 an hour?
Because this is what he gave us. This is the pitch he gave us to use.
Yeah, I'm paying them $3.50 an hour.
Then they're not volunteers.
Not all of these are volunteers. She's got one of the slips from the volunteers that volunteers their services. And, of course, she is reading it off, and that's the reason why you got the conflict of interest.
And speaking of conflict, twice before, Blensky has been convicted of illegal fundraising and has a charge pending against him now by the Milwaukee County District Attorney.
Our complaint states that Mr. Blensky operated and solicited charitable funds without registration in November and December of 1986.
And the case goes to trial in March. Meantime, if you are solicited to contribute funds to the Veterans Service Committee, remember, you have been warned. I'm Tom Hooper, Contact 6.
He was once Wall Street's wealthiest and best-known stock speculator. Tonight, Ivan Boesky is sentenced to prison.
The mastermind of the biggest insider trading scandal in Wall Street history was convicted of conspiracy to violate securities law. Today in New York federal court, Boesky's attorney asked the judge for leniency. The judge's answer was a 3-year prison sentence.
He now must pick up the remnants and try to get on with the business of living a constructive and useful life.
Boesky's already paid a record $100 million in fines, and he will be a witness for the federal government testifying against other alleged inside dealers.
As a result of his cooperation, we are examining things that we weren't examining before. And you know we wouldn't have been doing it without Mr. Boesky.
Boesky is now barred from making any more deals on Wall Street, but tonight some people believe he made his best deal today in court. Business reporter Katie Mann explains.
I do think a year or two down the road, most lawyers will look back and say, Boesky got a very good deal for what he really put on the table.
Some believe Ivan Boesky's 3-year prison sentence sends the wrong message to Wall Street.
But I think the message this sends to Wall Street, if you just take it a pure dollars and cents bottom line message, is, in Ivan Boesky's case, crime paid.
That's not the message federal Judge Morris Lasker intended to communicate. In sentencing Boesky, he called the offense too substantial merely to forgive and forget. Boesky was fingered in 1986 by former Wall Street broker Dennis Levine, himself jailed for making $12 million in illegal insider trading profits. Since then, Boesky has named investment banker Martin Siegel as a man to whom he paid cash bribes in return for illegal tips. He has also implicated West Coast broker Boyd Jeffries, as well as executives at Great Britain's Guinness Corporation. I spoke today with Assistant U.S. Attorney John Carroll. He told me that because of Boesky's cooperation, many more people are now under investigation. Criminal charges are expected. I also spoke with Maureen Busby, who chairs the Wisconsin Investment Board. She says until the crackdown on insider trading is complete, the damage done to the security industry's credibility won't be repaired.
There are many facts that may still come out and will add to, I think, the belief that it'll add to, on the one hand, the belief that this was more widespread than an individual, but on the other hand, that it is being addressed.
While Boesky faces no further charges by the federal government, this may not be his last day in court. Investors are suing him, claiming huge losses due to his illegal trading activity. Katie Mann, TV6 News.
Boesky will begin serving his prison term in March. Former tenants of an old serum factory in Kenosha County are once again looking for another place to live tonight. The building was condemned by Kenosha officials yesterday after TV6 news stories and complaints from the residents. The property is being investigated by the EPA for possible illegal chemical dumping. The tenants have been living at a campground for the past 3 days, courtesy of the Red Cross. But tonight the Red Cross obligation is over, and tenants are packing their cars to look for their third temporary home in less than a week. They say the county should help pay for temporary housing.
We've done their job and exposed things that should have been taken care of, that they should have watched over.
And it's your fault for doing that?
It's our fault, yes.
The tenants say they don't have any relatives in the area to stay with, and most of them can't afford expensive temporary housing.
More than 100 nursing home patients in Racine will not be forced out the day after Christmas. The federal government threatened to cut off their medical payments because of health care problems at the home. But Charles Benson tells us tonight there's been a change of heart.
Oh, I can hear very much. What are the best ones?
Mary Rhodes has a healthy opinion of the Westview Healthcare Center, but the federal government doesn't. The nursing home has been decertified for a number of health code violations, like serving cold food and not dressing some of the patients on time. Because of that, Medicaid and Medicare payments will be cut off if more than 100 patients don't move out by December 26th. But today, after pleas from local and state officials, a 20-day extension has been given.
It helps at least during the holidays, but then it starts all over again, and we've got to worry what's going to happen after that.
During a rally earlier this month, employees said past mistakes have been corrected. They want another inspection, but so far that hasn't happened.
And they took the very harshest approach, and I think Mr. Les Aspin used the term vengeance of not to even come here for an inspection. So basically we've had one inspection here, and that's all.
The 20-day extension means many of these people will not have to move out the day after Christmas. But Mary Rhodes says a better Christmas present would be a 20-month extension.
That would be the best Christmas present we could have. Really would.
Charles Benson, TV6 News, Racine.
Is Wisconsin's workfare program working? Not very well, according to Kenosha County Executive John Collins. Collins says the pilot workfare program in his county produced only 5 jobs in 6 months at a cost of nearly $250,000. The program requires adults receiving aid to families with dependent children to receive job training in exchange for the state assistance. Collins says since the pilot program started last January, a total of 25 people participating found jobs. He says the second phase of the program will cost the state $1.3 million. Mike?
Former Green Bay Packer Mossy Cade will stay in prison. The state parole board is denying his request for parole. Cade has served less than 6 months of his 2-year sentence for sexual assault. And today's decision by the parole board is being applauded by the coordinator of the Brown County Victim Witness Program.
I think what it does tell the community is that the justice system is working to protect people in society as well as victims of crime.
The parole board will consider Cade's parole request again in August. Until ahead on TV6 tonight, Mayor Meyer's dream of Winterfest takes a step toward reality.
And a huge fire in the town of Waukesha may be the work of an arsonist. That and more when the TV6 News at 10 continues.
Wow, did you realize this is the last weekend before Christmas? That's just enough time for a Kohl's 2-day sale. Roll 'em. This is the last weekend to save 55% off of all of our 14-karat gold, pearl, and diamond jewelry. Fashion jewelry, all of it, 25% off too. But hurry while there's still time to save. Like our whole line of men's and boys, Lee and Levi's. They're on sale, too. Wow, last weekend before Christmas. Better hurry to Kohl's 2-day sale before these savings run out. Hey, my size.
On Dancer, on Prancer, on Donner and RCA, on Zenith and Blitzen, on JVC, on Panasonic. Americans delivering camcorders for only $15 a month. You can own a camcorder to record your family's memories because all camcorders are discounted at American. Zenith VHS camcorder for $479, a JVC with autofocus and zoom for $699, and that's only $15 a month with no payments till March. An American camcorder Christmas sale, ho, ho, ho!
Who says Chevy's better than Ford? USAC tested standard half-tons with their best automatics and half-ton payloads. 0 to 60, 40 to 55, pylon force handling. Full-size Chevy beats Ford. Level and uphill towing acceleration. Chevy with Vortex V6 beats Ford. Which truck should you be driving? USAC test just answered it.
Now, get $500 cash back on new full-size CK pickups.
From home computers to the latest business systems at the guaranteed lowest prices, a little bit of everything and a whole lot of savings, service, and support. The one-stop computer shop.
Arson is suspected tonight in a huge Waukesha lumberyard fire that lit up the pre-dawn sky. Firefighters from 6 departments fought the fire for much of the day. It started about 2 this morning with the intense flames thriving on the dry lumber.
When we came on the scene, the whole building was totally involved already. The roof was down.
We've been here 28 years, so we weathered quite a few storms. We had one other fire here about 14 years ago, which we survived, and survive another one.
Still no damage estimate tonight, but the owner says he's out at least $100,000.
In less than 1 hour, the federal government will be out of money unless congressional negotiators come up with a stopgap funding measure. Negotiators met all day to try to hammer out a budget agreement, but the deadlock continues tonight. A 48-hour temporary funding bill expires at midnight Eastern time, and federal agencies have been sent notices to shut down everything except essential operations tomorrow. Congressional leaders say they'll work through the weekend, and federal employees should report to work on Monday for further instructions.
Milwaukee's mayor says the city is well on its way to becoming the tourist capital of the North. That prediction came as Mayor Meyer was announcing a key development in his plans for a winter festival. Mike Bartley reports.
The mayor announced the appointment of John Matchett as full-time director of development for Winterfest. Since November of '85, the mayor has been trying to develop Winterfest, and now Matchett will be paid $75,000 a year to get Winterfest going.
Winterfest can become another successful contributor to the overall growth of our economy and to the enjoyment of our community for our citizens. Winterfest will be a valuable asset to one of the city's growth industries, the tourist industry.
The proposed Winterfest is expected to showcase Milwaukee's downtown area. A wide variety of activities is planned, including an outdoor foot race and an indoor trade fair.
Winterfest can become the umbrella under which numerous events and activities can take place over an extended period of time, utilizing such facilities as the Mecca facilities, the Bradley Center, the Pabst Theater, PAC, as well as other venues throughout the community, both indoors and outdoors.
But don't expect to run out to buy Winterfest tickets anytime soon. Winterfest isn't expected to open until the winter of 1989. Mayor Meyer says once Winterfest does get off the ground, it'll hopefully become as economically successful as Summerfest.
I absolutely believe that we'll be more successful and we'll arrive earlier than we did at Summerfest.
Mike Bartley, TV6 News, Milwaukee.
Good thing we're not having Winterfest this weekend. Might be a little hard to get around.
Well, it's going to be a little slippery. We've got the snow. It makes it feel like winter. We've got the cold weather, but we have freezing rain in our forecast, and that'll make things a bit slick. The details coming up.
With Monet, jewelry isn't just a finishing touch. It's the beginning of being sexy, of being a little frivolous, or even a bit unexpected. With Monet, the only rule is there are no rules.
At Boston Store.
Quick, get thee to a nunnery.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Sam.
Diane takes refuge from Sam.
What the hell heck are you doing here?
But this guy never gives up.
Sister Catherine, have you met the rice inspector?
And that old temptation strikes again.
We say it's over, and yet we still end up in each other's arms. Hugging and kissing. Perhaps lightly at first, but...
Go on, please.
Cheers.
Friday, following TV6 News at 10.
After a day of battling on the front lines, the last thing you need is kitchen duty. So tonight on your way home, stop off at Pizza Hut and pick up a hot, delicious Pizza Hut pan pizza to go.
Announcing the Pizza Hut Holiday Party Pack offer. Call now and get 2 delicious large cheese pan pizzas for just $13.99. And only $1.59 per topping covers both large cheese pizzas. Get a Pizza Hut Party Pack tonight.
You've got responsibilities. You take them seriously, and your car shows how much you care. You expect contemporary comfort, contemporary style, together with good old-fashioned quality. The new '88 Camry. It all starts at your Toyota dealer. He'll help with a deal that makes sense for you. Great car, great deal, but you gotta go see him. You expect a lot. You get it. And now and then you gotta show it. So head to your Toyota dealer and ride with the best.
Well, we've certainly had the snow, and we've had a little cold lately.
So the things left are sun and rain, so
Yes.
I guess the sun's out.
And
That's never been.
No, that's not been a big strong point for December. And, of course, let's not forget freezing rain. That's always a possibility.
Sure. Let's throw some of that in there.
Might as well. This has been ridiculous. Wake up weather tomorrow. You're right, no sun. Clouds, of course, to start off our Saturday. 31 degrees. Temperatures have actually been slowly rising through the evening hours, and the winds continue from the south and southwest. In fact, across the state tonight, most of the snow and any freezing drizzle that was around earlier this evening has ended, moved out of the state. And skies have begun to clear a little bit in the northwest. Eau Claire now mostly clear down to 23. Look at the Twin Cities. They've been clear for the past couple of hours, and their winds have gone to calm now. So their temperatures really dropped quickly with that snow on the ground. They're down to 18 degrees. But everybody else still under the cloud cover, and still with those south and southwest winds, that helps to mix up the air a bit. It helps to keep the temperatures up a little bit. And we're also bringing in some slightly warmer air from the south. So our temperature is now 30 degrees, and that's the new high temperature for today. And it'll hold pretty steady throughout the nighttime hours. Across the country, precipitation is still well to the south of us, and it's a large area of rain. That's right. There's quite a bit of warm air coming up with this next storm. So instead of snow, as we would expect with the storm coming to us from the southwest, this one is bringing us rain. Some of it has been locally heavy, and there have even been some rumbles of thunder within some of this area across southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. A little bit of freezing rain and drizzle mixed in across Nebraska, and more heavier showers and a few thunderstorms in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma. The snow is now mainly on the light side and across the eastern Great Lakes and up around Sault Ste. Marie. There's another area of rain and snow out west. That big storm that brought the snow to California. Remember even Malibu a couple of days ago? Heavy rains to Arizona yesterday. The storm is weakening a bit, but what's left will affect us for the weekend. Still plenty of clouds around here. There are some clear skies across Minnesota and portions of the Dakotas, but a mostly cloudy evening across much of the country. And here's a sampling of some of the high temperatures today. Phoenix recovered after a cold and rainy day yesterday. They're up to 61 for a high today. 40 degrees at Salt Lake City. 45 as far north as Billings, Montana. The Twin Cities at 33. Wichita at 37. In the Southland, Tampa warmed up to 68 degrees today, and Portland, Maine at 30. Now, specifically for the Midwest, here's how it shapes up. For tomorrow, during the daytime hours, the clouds will mainly be around during the morning. Then by the afternoon, we'll start to see a little bit of freezing rain developing around here. It'll be widely scattered, should be pretty light, but if you're doing any traveling around here in the afternoon, just kind of be aware of that and keep up with our forecast. The steadier rain down to the south, and even some light snow across portions of southern Minnesota and also back through Nebraska. Then for tomorrow night, the warm air moves up, and our freezing rain changes to all rain around here. Some freezing rain across the north woods for tomorrow night could cause some slick travel in north and central Wisconsin, and some snow way up to the north around the UP and back towards portions of southeast Minnesota. You know, tomorrow night we might even hear a rumble of thunder with a couple of thunder showers around, but it'll mainly be almost a summertime-like rain. And then for Sunday, a cold front comes through and some cold air moves in. A little bit of light rain in the morning will change over to light snow. Some accumulations of snow are possible in the northeast part of Wisconsin. Well, officially at this hour, cloudy skies and 30 degrees in Mitchell and here at TV6, 29s at Timmerman and Waukesha, and our high is now the current reading. The low this morning a chilly 12 above. The dew point 28, the humidity is high, a southwest wind, and a steady barometer. For tonight, just plain old cloudy. Low temperatures will hold right around 30 degrees, so they'll be steady overnight, south to southwest winds. For tomorrow, cloudy and windy. Some scattered freezing rain will be developing during the afternoon hours, so something to keep in mind. That'll make the roads a bit slick. Highs near 35. For tomorrow night, plain old rain and perhaps a thunderstorm, believe it or not. Low temperatures holding steady in the mid to upper 30s, gusty winds south to southeast. The extended outlook, light rain changing to light snow Sunday. A few flurries left over Monday, partly sunny on Tuesday. But again, I emphasize the snow will be light, but changeable weather. Now we cool back down again to start next week. So we got to be ready for anything.
Be careful on the way to the Christmas parties tomorrow night. Huh?
Good idea.
Thanks. In sports, a late word on the contract situation with Paul Molitor.
Right, Nancy, we'll have that. And, of course, we'll have the Buck story as well. Tried to slow things down with all the injuries in the arena against the Hawks. The results coming up in a moment.
Finding the right gift is easy with these ideas inside the newest holiday circular from True Value Hardware stores, where this master mechanic level is $10.99, this drill bit set is $4.99, and this service plier set is $11.99. And changing bits is easy with Portaline chuck lock adapter rings for $3.39, or create a precision tool with their drill guide for $10.99 from participating True Value Hardware stores. And tell them Pat Summerall sent you.
Who appreciates beautiful use of form, texture, color, balance, and detail, here's a little reminder. Not all fine art hangs in museums. A message from the exhibitors at Bayshore Mall.
Last minute shoppers, here's good news. Menards still has a super selection of toys on sale now at 30% off. Names like Mattel, Tonka, Hasbro, and more. Every toy in stock is now 30% off. And save on Panasonic rechargeable batteries. Choose C, D, AA, AAA, or 9-volt rechargeable batteries. Now just $3.99 per pack. Hurry in for Menards Christmas sale.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
It's a blizzard price blast. There's savings to 70% store-wide plus 0 interest for a year. Nothing down through Sunday at Calder's.
Welcome back, everybody. The Brewers now have until January 8th to sign free agent Paul Molitor. Otherwise, they can't try to sign him until May 1st. Molitor and agent Ron Simon have turned down the Brewers' salary arbitration offer. All right, let's be honest. In order for the injury-riddled Bucks to beat Atlanta in the arena tonight, they had to play over their heads. That didn't happen. They gave it a good go, but lost. We go to the arena for the highlights. Paul Pressey blocked by Livingston. Glenn Rivers, formerly of Marquette, to John Battle, had 22 off the bench. Hawks by half a dozen at the break. Sigma with a jump shot, a 9-1 Bucks run third quarter. They led by 1. Dominique on that fast break, feeding Antoine Carr in your face down the lane. Craig Hodges played very well. There's a 3, and Atlanta by just 2 in the fourth quarter. But Wilkins with a jam. He had 23. First win in the arena for the Hawks since 1985. Scored a 94-87 Atlanta victory. Mark Concannon gets the locker room reaction.
Well, it's just an indication that we're going to be very good down the stretch. If we can ever get it all together and everybody's shooting the ball well. We really aren't shooting the ball well. Me, myself, I'm not. And, you know, we missed some chippies tonight. But
John Lucas, and they did do a good job. The Detroit Pistons, author of the league's best record at 14-5, played host to 13-6 Dallas in a matchup of division leaders this evening. Mark Aguirre, 35 points. He had 5 3-point shots, and he hit from everywhere. Isaiah Thomas had 24, and a team record 5 3-pointers. Pistons win 117-112. Also winning tonight, Indiana, Cleveland. That obviously doesn't help the Bucks, and San Antonio is a big winner over Denver. Checking on the prep scene, we had a TV6 camera in Greendale tonight for the Huskies-Panthers battle. We take a look at the Greendale team. Senior Jim Kozak, number 10 in white, with a shot coming up right here. Pretty drive, left hand. Close ball game for the West Allis Hale Huskies. They'll get a hoop from Roger Masaryk. But in the end, it is Greendale winning 72-62. The Green Bay Packers plan on having running back Brent Fullwood and safety Kenneth Stills back from injuries when they play the 4-9 Giants at the Meadowlands tomorrow. Receiver Philip Epps is out with that abdominal muscle strain. The Packers' D has been a delight lately, but they'll have to neutralize the human bowling ball, Joe Morris.
Runner, he runs hard, low. When he gets to the outside, he can crack it inside on the four-man front, so you can never relax with him on the field.
Senior quarterback Bud Keys is passing up his final year of eligibility at the University of Wisconsin. He'll complete his major at UW instead of transferring. The second weekend of qualifying for the United States speed skating team is underway at the Olympic ice rink. And we have some late news concerning Leslie Bader and Jan Goldman. They qualified to make the U.S. Olympic speed skating team in the 1,500 meters. Now, the competition goes on all weekend, and we invite you to stay tuned to Mark Concannon for results as the U.S. team will be named. Tonight at Muskegon, the Admirals lose 4-3 despite 2 goals by the hot Kevin Shamahorn. That's 4 for the captain in 2 games. Now for your classic boxing mismatch. Tonight in Las Vegas, former heavyweight champion George Foreman, fighting at a rather rotund 244 pounds, used the head of Rocky Sikorsky as if it was his personal punching bag. Mercifully, the referee stepped in and stopped the bout in round 3. Foreman improves his record to 50-2. And Nance, we have late word on the Bucks. Apparently, they're negotiating with the Phoenix Suns. Reportedly, the Bucks want a 1988 first-round draft choice. The 2 teams are talking for Ricky Pierce.
All right, well, we'll have to follow that.
See.
Thanks, Tom.
When we come back on TV6, some Central City kids celebrate Christmas in style thanks to some generous folks.
Merry Christmas.
John Dryden wrote, "Where passion rules, how weak does reason prove?" You'll see. Bee to the blossom, moth to the flame, each to his passion. What's in a name? Depends on the name. Shakespeare from Julius Caesar. Passion, I see, is catching. I sure hope so.
Elizabeth Taylor's Passion, available at Boston store.
There's a special giving spirit at Gordy Boucher Lincoln Mercury and Boucher Chevrolet.
Mikey, we're selling new and used cars and trucks at very special prices. And for every one sold, we're giving $100 to sponsor the local muscular dystrophy summer camp. Our goal is $30,000.
Wow, Gordy, that's big. Camp is our best week of the whole year.
So get a great deal and send some great kids to camp this summer.
I'm a teacher, and parents always ask me where to buy good toys and learning materials for their children. I recommend Teacher's Pet, a great store full of fun toys, games, and science kits designed to teach through play. It's a store for little kids and big kids to help them to develop at their own pace. Their sales staff of highly qualified teachers is ready to assist you in selecting the right toys and games for each age group. Teacher's Pet, where fun and learning combine. Shorewood, Wauwatosa, and West Allis.
'Tis the season for giving durable outerwear.
And finding spectacular holiday savings at Mills Fleet Farm.
Fleet Farm has a wide selection of quality Wells Lamont gloves. Heavy knit cuffs and thin-slate thermal lining give extra warmth. Men's or ladies' suede leather styles now only $8.99.
Or treat your feet to comfortable Dodge City boots by Acme. Ladies' black fashion boots with stack heel just $49.99. Stylish ladies' gray fashion boots only $45.99.
So remember, 'tis the season to find the perfect gift.
Get special holiday savings now at Mills Fleet Farm.
Some Central City Milwaukee children are in the Christmas spirit tonight.
Thanks to the Harambee Ombudsman Project and Marine Banks. Tonight, 400 Harambee area children and their families attended the project's annual Christmas party at the Clinton Rose Center.
Tonight's party, which was sponsored by the Marine Bank, included dinner, entertainment, and, of course, a special appearance by the big guy himself, Santa Claus. You've got to get ready for the big one. Yeah.
What would a party be without the big guy?
You betcha. And how about the weekend without a little freezing rain?
That would be nice, but
It would
it
be a
isn't
nice
going to happen,
weekend.
is it?
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon especially. A little bit of freezing rain to make the roads slick, but then tomorrow night it's going to be all rain. No snow.
Well, it'll melt the freezing rain.
It
That'll
sure
be
will.
wonderful.
Drive with care.
Thanks.
That's our report for tonight. Thanks for being with us.
Have a great weekend. Good night.
We're a small town, homegrown, there's a way to make your own pizza. Tombstone, we're a ladle down and loaded up with lots of mozzarella on the pizza. Tombstone.
We pile on the goodness, we're loaded with real cheese.
We're sure the taste of Tombstone's gonna please, gonna please your family. We're a small town, homegrown, made the way you make your own pizza. Tombstone, made the way you make your very own. Tombstone.
Steinhoffel's store-wide holiday sale is on now. Save on all our gift ideas like lamps, accents, pictures, and more.
I know I'll get
get a scarf for Christmas, but I wouldn't complain if he got me something different.
How little it costs to make someone happy.
American TV.
How's the key, boys?
It's really
I took the size 74, so take my advice. This walk along's only 22.
Merry Christmas from TV Lenny and the crew.
Barney Miller, weeknights at 11 on TV6.
Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience.
Carla, give me a beer.
Right.
What's the story with Sam? Isn't he back from Italy yet?
Nah, 3 whole days and we haven't heard a word.
Hey, just went over there to stop Diane and Fraser from getting married. Don't know what could be taking them so long.
Maybe Fraser's still thanking him.
Bet you want to know how it went in Italy.
No, not really.
Right down to northern Florida. Take you back to last night. You can see it was cloudy across Wisconsin. But I want you to notice the bright clouds moving into the western Dakotas. By about 11 o'clock this morning, they were progressing toward western Minnesota. We were starting to clear up, but it took a while, maybe around noon or so. And the latest satellite picture will show you the clear skies in eastern Wisconsin. But here comes the new weather system, a low-pressure center, a strong one. We have analyzed just north of North Dakota, central pressure 29.10. We're projecting its track right across Lake Superior. It's going to slow down, but being north of us, we'll stay on the mild side at least until tomorrow night and into Saturday. Then the cold west to northwesterly winds push in, and it looks like this low is going to get stuck somewhere around Lake Superior, the northern part of Lake Michigan. Just kind of rotate around. Looks like a cloudy weekend, cold, and some snow showers. In fact, let's take a look at our projection for tomorrow. That low rapidly pushes toward Lake Superior. Its frontal system sweeps across the state. So if you're traveling tomorrow, for a change, the west looks dry. Looks like snow showers over a large portion of the northern states in northern Wisconsin. Some rain showers along the trailing cold front. Our Florida report, if you're going to be doing some traveling to the southeast, a nice day tomorrow. Miami, 78, around Disney World, 75 degrees. New Orleans, 70 degrees. To the west, our Arizona report, nice day, 77 in Phoenix, going to Vegas, 69, low 70s around Los Angeles. A little different over Wisconsin. Our Wisconsin report for tomorrow. Well, around here, partly to mostly cloudy weather. Some snow showers in the northern part of the state. Temperatures 30s in northern Wisconsin, 40s here to the south. Around the area now, temperatures include 36 at News 4, Mitchell 35, Waukesha 33. Dew point 32, 89% the humidity, wind south at 8, pressure falling 2974. By forecast tonight, increasing clouds and breezy. A chance of some scattered rain or snow showers toward morning, lows near 32. For tomorrow, some morning rain or snow showers, otherwise partly to mostly cloudy and windy, highs near 42. And looking ahead to Friday night and Saturday, mostly cloudy, windy and colder with a chance of scattered snow showers, lows Friday night 28, high Saturday 33. We enjoyed it today. It was nice. Thank you, Paul. And a couple of very big games tonight, Bucks and the Bulls, but then the big one in Madison.
Big one in Madison, Marquette, Wisconsin, the annual rivalry. We'll be going live there when we come back.
This is Dennis Krause live in Madison. We'll have a report talking to both coaches as far as assistants from both sides coming up. Stay with us.
If your Christmas list is getting bigger, you're going to love this commercial because Kohl's prices are getting smaller. For instance, ladies knitwear and all ladies wool coats are holiday gift priced at 25% off. And look at this, 30% off men's outerwear, 30% off boys, too. Isn't this great? Just when you need to get gifts, Kohl's lowers the prices. Is Kohl's a Christmas store or what?
It's my steak place.
It's our family place.
It's our lunch place.
Ribs, and more ribs. Save $1 on great rib combos like steak and ribs, chicken and ribs, and more. Irresistible at $1 off.
It's our game place.
For ribs, make it your place.
Are you awake? I just can't believe it. I think it was a dream. There. I just saw it again.
Good.
Look.
Oh, nothing there.
I did see it. But who would offer such a thing? Honey, I think we're going shopping tomorrow.
Finding the right gift is easy. With these ideas inside the newest holiday circular from True Value Hardware Store. Soothe muscles with the Polynex Hot Spa Whirlpool, only $59.99. Then 6 quick meals in the Munchkin Compact Microwave by Sharp, just $149.99. And the Braun Gourmet Coffee Set with grinder and 10-cup brewer is only $39.99 at participating True Value Hardware stores. And tell them Pat Summerall sent you.
Before we get to the rest of the sports news, there's a late story. The Associated Press is saying that Floyd Bannister, the Chicago pitcher, has been traded to the Kansas City Royals. Obviously, if that's true, that would end the Brewers' hopes of obtaining that pitcher. Now we get to what we were going to talk about. That's about the first time that Marquette and Wisconsin met. That was in a basketball game. The Badgers won it 15-14 in Madison back in 1917. And the Badgers lead that series 46-45 going into the 92nd matchup tonight at the UW Fieldhouse. 2 seasons ago in that building, Rod Ripley scored 20 points in the second half as Wisconsin edged Marquette 75-74 in Rick Majerus' final year as the Warriors coach. Last season, the 2 teams met here in Milwaukee, and Marquette won rather handily, 84-71, as guard Pop Sims scored 21 points. Well, Marquette has a 2-1 record, while Wisconsin is 3-2 going into tonight's matchup. And we're going to go now to Madison, where Dennis Krause is ready to interview 2 of the assistant coaches. Dennis?
All right, Hank, I can tell you that neither of these guys were there in that 1917 game. I wasn't either. First of all, we're going to talk to Marquette assistant Rudy Keeling. Rudy, the ambush in Tennessee, have the kids recovered as far as playing on the road in a hostile environment?
Well, we never know. You know, we haven't been back on the road. We had a nice win against Xavier, and it was nice to get back home. And we would like to play all the games at home, obviously. But, you know, you come here, it's a fierce rivalry, and hopefully we learned a little bit on the road so we can come here and give a good account of ourselves.
What about Wisconsin concerns you guys?
Well, I think that, you know, the idea that they're a Big Ten team, the idea that they lost on the road so recently and they play well at home. And then, I like Danny Jones. I like Trent Jackson, the Illinois kids. I think that they are very good players. And Portman, you know, I think is better than he's shown. So I just hope he doesn't do very well against us.
Rudy, thanks for your time. Also with us, Ray McCallum, an assistant coach with the Wisconsin Badgers. Ray, as far as your team, what's the confidence level, the losses to Eastern Illinois and Southern Illinois?
Well, we're excited to be home, and to have Marquette come in, our guys are sky high. So I think we're going to play on a lot of emotion tonight, and it ought to be a great game.
Sum it up for us very quickly. What's going to be the key tonight?
Well, we're going to have to handle their quickness. We feel like they're a little quicker than us, and I think that's the key, getting back and stopping their transition game.
Very good. Thanks for your time, gentlemen. Marquette against Wisconsin. It's always a good one, Hank.
All right, we'll look for your report tonight at 10. Dennis Krause in Madison. The Bucks will go into a game tonight in Chicago against the Bulls, who've already beaten them once earlier this season in Milwaukee with only 10 players in uniform. That's because veteran guard Dudley Bradley was placed on waivers this afternoon. Bradley saw action in only 2 games this season. Apparently doesn't fit into new coach Del Harris' style of play. Given the current injury situation, you'd expect the Bucks are looking for a new player to add to their roster. Because 2,500 tickets remain unsold as of noon today, television coverage of the game between the Packers and Vikings at County Stadium on Sunday will be blacked out in the Milwaukee area. Tommy Kramer and Wade Wilson have split quarterbacking duties this season for the Vikings. Today it announced that Kramer will start against the Packers. Forrest Gregg appears unconcerned.
I don't think it really makes any difference. They start out with Kramer and they bring in Wilson. And both of them move the team. So, you know, it really doesn't make much difference to us because it'd be the same offense.
And that's the sports news. Mike and Mike return after this.
It's a Christmas hit. We'll have 12 months of zero interest. Zero interest for a year on furniture, appliances, electronics through Sunday at Calder's.
With Christmas approaching, where's the best place to shop and buy all your gifts in only one stop? Northridge and Southridge have more than enough to do just like Santa and say,
Fill her up.
So when it comes to filling your own family sleigh, Northridge and Southridge have found the best way, with gifts of all kinds, for big or for small. Shop Northridge and Southridge.
Merry Christmas to all! Yo!
Final clearance on 1987 Buicks and GMC trucks. Hundreds of tremendous savings. Get a great deal at Rankin Sons, the big Buick GMC store.
Old Man Winter is already battering many parts of the United States, so the time to get to Burlington Coat Factory is now for the first choice of the largest selection of winter coats and jackets in the country. What every member of your family needs to keep warm, no matter how cold it gets. And because Burlington is famous for low prices, you can get your new winter coat at the lowest price imaginable. That should make you feel warm all over. Burlington Coat Factory, America's #1 place to save on the coat you want.
In tonight's editorial, Ed Hinshaw talks about zoning for Milwaukee Public Schools.
It may be, it just may be, that there's a developing consensus on at least one proposal for the future of the Milwaukee Public Schools. A public hearing the other day indicated support from a wide variety of viewpoints for breaking the school system into smaller parts. The general idea was proposed by Milwaukee School Board member Joyce Mallory. What's best about the potential for consensus, in our view, is that it indicates a growing sense that it will take real and substantial change to create general improvements in education in Milwaukee's public schools. There are several groups, including the state legislature, looking at possible changes. The challenge and the opportunity are immense. Finding the proper change will take serious consideration. It'll take more coalition building, but it doesn't need to be a long process. The sooner the various groups come together, the better for the students and parents and taxpayers of Milwaukee.
You may remember about a year ago, two people from this area who were part of an underwater diving team brought back some of the sunken treasure they helped recover. Well, in our finishing touch tonight, Bob Neno tells us they're back again this weekend with more treasures and relics from the deep.
Sid Jones of Menominee Falls and his wife, KT, a former Milwaukee schoolteacher, have been touring the country talking about the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of sunken treasure they recovered as part of Mel Fisher's expedition in the summer of 1985. This weekend, they'll be displaying the 300-year-old artifacts, selling some, and running a free hourly lecture and slideshow at the Colonial Plaza in Menominee Falls.
It's so much interest, and so many people asked if we come back, and we said, well, we'll see how our schedules are, and this time of year is a good time to come up. And we thought, well, because so many people are interested in history, we'd be glad to bring it back to Wisconsin, where we came from.
A silver folio, which carried sand from the Holy Land and was used on board for religious services. A silver beaker with South American Indian designs. What's left of a musket with notches in the stock, and more. This gold chain, worth about $110,000, is actually a 17th century tax dodge. If you wore this as jewelry, you didn't have to pay taxes on it. Unfortunately, that law doesn't apply anymore. Also, unfortunately, this doesn't belong to me.
It's the human touch to it, the actual stories about the individuals who made and owned the items that give the interest to it.
The show runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on Appleton Avenue, just north of Main Street. Bob Neno, News 4, Menominee Falls.
Well, that would be a fascinating hobby or even way to make a living. Wouldn't that be nice? What was all that stuff Bob had in his pockets when he got back? Jingling ever since he got back. Coming up on News 4 tonight at 10, John McCullough will have more on Soviet leader Gorbachev's departure from Washington. Also, a touching song and music video calling attention to the problems of child abuse in our focus for tonight. Those stories, all the news, coming up at 10 o'clock. And I'm sorry. Go ahead. We hope to see you then. Yeah. Have a nice night. Good night.
Isn't it nice to know some things are still done the slow, old-fashioned way? Usinger's, America's finest sausage.
Order a Usinger's holiday gift box. Call 276-9100.
We help you make happier birthdays happen. Bring home a Dairy Queen frozen birthday cake. Order it special. Specially decorated. Especially delicious. Happier birthday from you and Dairy Queen.
We treat you right.
And Dairy Queen has delicious frozen cakes for Christmas, too. Order yours today.
Why do I wait until the last minute to buy gifts, especially for my wife?
Isotoner gloves. What a great gift. He's so thoughtful. He always plans ahead.
What can I give her that will fit? There's lots to love. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, Santa, honey, Isotoner gloves, and in black. They're so slimming.
Isotoner gloves.
Macathon, Saturday, December 19th on Channel 4.